How y'all doing today, man? Got this Sunday word for y'all. Got uploaded a little late, but I don't know, maybe y'all might hear it Monday, but whenever you hear, I hope it touch you and catch you in the right spirit. And I know this video, somebody need to hear this, man. I want to talk about faith today. I want to talk about faith, you know what I'm saying? Because, it's like, these days it's like when you're dealing with people that's, supposed to be, well, I'm not going to say supposed to be people of God, you know what I'm saying, God's people. A lot of them, they caught up into a feeling, you know what I'm saying, like, girl, I felt the anointing, or they caught up into works. I ain't smoked a cigarette in 20 years. I ain't drinking tea. And listen, all those things are fine. All those things are great. You know what I'm saying? All those things are great. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I want to be clear on that. But we, as people of God, we have to expect a big move of God. Most people don't really expect a move of God. They just caught up into the works and caught up into the feeling. But we gotta expect we gotta expect a big move from God. Because if we don't, it can't happen. Because the Bible clearly said without faith it's impossible to please God. Faith is supposed to be the most important thing. The most important thing. Love and faith is the most important things in God's eyes. And it's like I was talking to some people this weekend. I was talking to a few people this weekend. I was talking to one of my friends. And he incarcerated. He got a little time. And I was also talking to a young lady, and she about to, she anointed. She a woman of God, and she about to make a leap. She about to make a faith walk, and she really just going just on faith. And she was just saying about how she kind of, but she don't want to have no doubt because she understands, and that's what made Peter start sinking. Just that one little piece of doubt. You know what I'm saying? Because the Bible clearly said a double-minded man don't need to expect nothing from the Lord. In other words, if you always doubt and don't expect nothing from the Lord, don't expect nothing from the Lord. A double-minded man don't need to expect nothing from the Lord. That's the word. So when you believe God for something, I'm talking about you gotta believe. We got to start expecting God for a big move of God. We got to expect God for big moves and big things. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was talking to my partner, he incarcerated, and I was telling him, I say, listen. I understand your situation kind of rough, and it's easy for me to say what I'm saying on my side. But listen, man, I saw him to Acts 16. You know what I'm saying? When Paul and Silas was in that prison, man, and they prayed, and the prison door broke. Listen, man, the same God, right, that performed that miracle, he could perform a miracle that God ain't retired. He ain't got old. He ain't missing no step. The same, but we don't expect those kind of big moves from God. All we want to do is feel it, and we don't expect them kind of big moves from God. Just like I was telling a young lady, I was using this. I was telling her about David. David. Because I was telling her, I said, just think about all the things that God already did for you. Everybody got I don't care. Everybody that had a miracle happen in their life that they know ain't nobody did it but God. And that's what we have to use. We have to use those past miracles to fuel our faith for bigger miracles, right? David was out there, man. He was just a little shepherd boy. That's all. You know what I'm saying? He just was no training, no soldier training. Here it is. He go out there, right, and hit this giant talking about his God, the same God he knew that had delivered him from them lions, them bears, them tigers that he was slaying with his bare hands as a boy. He knew that was God. He wasn't stupid. He knew that was God. So here it is, they looking at him like, man, this man a shepherd boy. He ain't got no training. And that's what people do. Some people look at you sometimes like you tripping, like, because only you know you know what I'm saying? Only you know. But David knew. Listen, this dude talking about the same man who delivered me from all them lions and stuff. Because I know there wasn't nobody but God. I didn't have the training to just kill them tigers and lions and bears with my own hand on my own. It had to have been God. So here this giant is talking about my God. Man, look, David said, I don't want no armor. I don't want nothing. I'm going to get a slingshot and a rock. But it wasn't the slingshot and the rock that killed Goliath. It was his faith. He had faith that the same God that delivered into his hands them tigers and bears was going to deliver that That feeling stay, and that's what happened. And that's the kind of faith we gotta have. We gotta have that kind of faith that believe, that expect. You look in the world today, and God's people, they going through the same troubles and fears and stress that the world going through, right? You see God's people going through financial crisis after financial crisis. Can't get healed, going to sickness after sickness after sickness. Man, that's not how God's people. If that's the case, the Bible clearly say, I want you to prosper as your soul prosper. Right? The Bible clearly say that, man. God's people. And we not supposed to be, we not supposed to be, but you know why they going through those type of things? Yes, something we're going to go through in life just to test our faith, but just constantly, no, that's not supposed to be happening to God people. But we don't expect God we don't expect no big move from God. We don't expect God to flood us out with blessing. We don't expect him to open the door. We don't expect that. We read that, quote that, but we don't really expect that. We don't have the faith for that. And until you have that faith, some things in your life is just not going to come to fruition. Because we got to have that faith like David. We got, and in the story of Peter, when he had that little doubt in his seat and Jesus was there to pick him up, when you know what I'm saying, sometimes, it's just, and you might have a little weirdness or a little doubt, and Jesus that is there to pick you up. But just constantly, oh man, you're always doubting, you're always looking at the situation. Because any situation that you're looking at, I don't care how big it is, bro, I'm telling you, please take my word for it. God is bigger than that situation. God is bigger than that situation, man. And like I say, I talk because I remember tearing up them lines with my bare hands. See, I done been through it. When I'm not literally, but I'm saying it's some things that I've experienced in my life that got my faith where it's at. You know what I'm saying? And maybe somebody else haven't experienced those things, but I'm saying you still have to have faith because we got a big God, and the same God that opened the Red Sea, the same God that broke that, like I told my boy in jail, the same, you believe God and you trust God to get you out of it. I don't care what the papers say. I don't care what the court system say. God bigger than all that. The Bible say the heart of the king in the hand of the Lord. He'll make the judge say something the judge ain't even planning on saying. Right? So I just want to ask, I just challenge y'all, man, to have faith. That big boy faith. If you want big boy prayers, to be honest, you got to have that big boy faith. Y'all be blessed, man. I thank y'all for taking y'all time out y'all day to listen to me. And God bless y'all. I try to upload a video every day, God willing. But I thank y'all for watching. God bless.